Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nerds Code. My name is Nemir, and in this video, we are going to learn about Linux user management and file permissions. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into the video. In the previous videos, we discussed about some basics of Linux terminal and some Linux basics. So in this video we are going a little bit deeper into user management and file permissions, which are widely used by system administrator. So what is a user exactly? User is nothing but a person uses the machine, right? So we call that person a user. And there's one called group. Group is nothing but the collection of users. A user can be a member of a group. In fact, there will be multiple members which are on the same group. In order to see all the users in our machine, we can type cat slash etc slash password. Remember that password is not for showing the password, it's just the file name which contains details about all the users. See, here we got all the users. In Linux, some programs also create users. Here you can see systemd also creates a user called systemd, and above that you can see Nemir. It's my current user, and after Nemir you can see a X written in there. X is nothing but the password, but we can't see the password in password file which we currently in, but there is another way around. Okay, we are not discussing that in this video. You can just Google out. We get the hash of the our password, and we can simply dehash that to get the password. So, and after X we have 1,000. This is called UID, unique ID. This ID is our user's ID, and after some columns you can see our home directory /home/nemir, and after that we can see our default shell /bin/bash. We can also create users very easily by using the terminal commands user add. Here I am going to add a test user 1, and so that I am using sudo user add test user 1. So here we are using sudo for by using sudo we can give that command a super user permission, which is nothing but super user is the administrator of our machine, also called root user. So it has all permission. So in order to add a user into our machine, we need super user permission. That's why we using sudo. Sudo means super user do. So I am just giving the password for sudo, and I'm also adding another user called test user 2. Okay, we created 2 users here, and next thing I'm just showing here, you can see in the previously there will be no test user 1 and test user 2. Now in the password file we can see here test user 1 and test user 2, and they are home and shell respectively. Another thing is group. We can create group by using group add. So here we are going to create a test group, so that here also we need super user permission. So sudo group add test group. Now a test group is created, and now we are going to add our test user 1 to the test group. So in order to do that, we are using user mode -g. -g is a switch for user mode, so don't worry about switches and options. We will discuss that in our upcoming videos. Don't worry about that now. So here the first parameter test user send the test user1 group. Remember that whenever we create a user, it also creates a group with the same name. Here, when we created the test user 1, it also created test user 1 group. So we are adding test user 1 group's member to the test group. So that's why we are using test user 1 comma test group, and our member is test user 1. So when we press enter, oh shit, it also permission denied, we need to use sudo. We can use double exclamation to use the previous command. Here when we use double exclamation, it gives us sudo user mode and our command here. So we can use that. It's a shortcut for using previous command. And also we are doing the same for user 2, test user 2. And to check the members of test group, we can use get ent group test group and press enter. Now you can see that our test group has two members, test user 1 and test user 2. We can also change our password of users very simply by using a password command. So here I am going to change the password of test user 2. So we are typing a new password and retype that password, and it shows password updated successfully. By using su command, we can log in to another user. So here I am typing su test user 1. Oh sir, I think I misspelled the password, so don't worry. I'm using test user 2 and I'm typing the password that we are generated for test user 2. So here I am typing who am I. Whom am I is a command which returns the name of current user. Here you can see that it returns test user 2. That means our shell is changed to test user 2. And we can also exit our shell from test user 2 to our previous user by using exit command. Here our shell is changed back to Nemir's shell. Next we are discussing about file permissions. To do that, I am using ls-l. -l is a option, so don't worry about options. Just remember that -l gives all the permissions and details about all your files. Here we get a list of our directories and files in our home directory. Here you can see several columns. Like first column starts with the D, R, W, some weird characters, and second column, the first column represents the permissions for that directory or file. On the second column we have some digits which represent the number of files or directories in that directory or file, and the third column represents the owner of the file, and the fourth column represents the group at which the file is owned by, and the fifth column represents the size. On the permission column you can see that some files it starts with the D. D is nothing but D represents that is a directory, not a file. So D represents directory, and after D we have three characters R, W, X. In some files we can see there is no X, in some files there may be no W, some files there may be nothing, but it reserves the three characters which is the permission for owner. Owner means the user which created the file or which owns the file. So R represents for read and W represents for write and X represents for execute. To change that, we can use a command called chmod, which we will show you in a bit. Before that, keep some ideas in mind, like whenever we add 1, it means we are adding execution permission. Whenever we add 2, we are adding write permission. Whenever we add 4, we are adding a read permission. So 1 plus 2 plus 4 equal to 7. If you are adding 700, that means our owner have all the permission. So on the first 3 digit we have 1, first 3 character we have 1, 2 and 4, that means 7. On the next 3 character is for group permission. So the members of group have some permission on that files, so we can decide that too. On the another 3 characters represent all other users except the members of group and the owner. Here I am using chmod 100 test2. That means I am giving execution permission only for owner, and all other, that means groups and all other users have no permission, that is 00, and the owner have one permission. 1 means, as I said earlier, execution, 2 means write, and 4 means read. If we add 1 plus 2, that means 3, that is it will have execution and write permission, and similarly. So I just going to do chmod 100 test2 and press enter, and let us check ls-l. See, our test2 now has only execution permission for the owner characters. That means the owner name can only execute the test2. Neither he can read or write, but he can execute. Next, I'm going to give a powerful permission key called 777. So I'm typing chmod 777 test2. Here I'm giving all the permission for everyone. So user owner can execute, read and write, and all the members of that group can do that same, and all other users can do that. So ls-l gives, here you can see everyone has rwx permission. So very careful with chmod, it's a very powerful command, and be careful. Next I am going to run my program.sh. It's a simple shell program which prints hello world. But as you can see, my user name here or the owner name here have no permission to execute that. Here you can see it's rw only. So by period backslash my program.sh gives me an error called permission denied. In order to fix that, I can just give chmod plus x. Plus x gives everyone the execution permission. Chmod plus x my program.sh. Here you can see my program got execution permission for owner, group and everyone else. Now I can happily execute my program and it gives me the output hello world. Similarly, we can change owner of our file or directory by using chown command. Here I am using chown test user1 test. That is, I am changing the owner of test from nameyer kp to test user1. It also needs sudo permission, so I'm giving that by double exclamation. Here see the owner of test changer to test user 1. It's that simple as that. Similarly, also we can change our group by using ch group grp group for test file. Now our group is changed from namer to test group. Here you can see that too. That's it for today. Today we learned a lot about Linux user management and file permission. If you find this video helpful, please do a subscribe and hit the bell icon, and don't forget to smash that like button too, which will motivate me to do a lot more videos. So I will see you soon in another video. Until then, bye bye.